Hey, let's see. I think we're working today. It is 2 p.m. I realized I didn't tell anybody that this was happening on Instagram, but I'm assumed that everybody just assumes that I'm doing this every day. So, where's my phone? Oh, it's up. I am probably going to have a few issues today because I am waiting on a plumber. Give me a second. Okay. Hi Nat, how you going? You made it today. As I was saying, I have a plumber coming at some point. We're having our issue, our what do you call it? Unit. Our whole unit area has our drains backing up. So I'm waiting on. I am the contact for a plumber, so they could be here anytime before 5:30. So I may need to hop off quickly if they share. Now I am spinning far too thick here. So I've pulled out my same spin from yesterday and I have been going too thick, I think. But hopefully my spinning wheel will work today. That's all right, Nat. It's all good. I can't expect everybody to come to every single live. Yesterday we were just talking about Bendigo. I mean, you probably watched it. I don't know. Did you catch up? Yeah, so I'm just working on this same spin from last year. But yeah, so today's been interesting. Before I even got my coffee this morning, I had been on the phone to our strata people to try and get a plumber out to try and sort out our issue. And then yeah, I didn't hear back from anybody until 1 o'clock-ish, I think, when I got a text from the plumber saying that they'll be here between 1:30 and 5:30. So now we just wait. Because there's quite a few units in our complex, and it seems like because we're right at the back, and yeah, I don't know why that would be. It's probably my internet connection. Let me see. I'm not sure what it is telling me here, but looks like my internet is possibly slow, or it's my sending from my streaming app to YouTube. We've been having issues with our internet as well. It's just like yesterday morning we lost our internet entirely, so I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to stream yesterday, but it came good. So yeah, it's just been issue after issue after issue lately, and I'm fed up. I just want to go back to my quiet little life and not have something happening all the time, because it has been a wild couple of weeks. And then combining with all the weather that we've been having here. Have you had much rain up your way, Nat? Because it's been absolutely bucketing down here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still getting error messages, so hopefully it's coming through okay. Um, it's all stuff that I can't really fix, I don't think. Not that I'm not tech savvy enough with going live to know how to fix it. But anyway, it's day two. It's day two of Tour de Fleece. And freeze, yeah. It's not been too, like, it's been cold here, but it's not been super freezing. But yeah, I guess I can imagine it's pretty cold up your way. Because that's what we're wondering with our plumbing today, whether somehow, because we do have obviously separate plumbing for stormwater and sewerage. So yeah, I don't know why. I guess the sink and the toilets would be going to sewerage, wouldn't they? So I don't know why the weather or the extra rain would have affected that, unless that's something that happens further down, not on our property, off in the SA water somewhere. But I'm glad to be back at this spin, I must say. I really should have finished it before now. Like I said yesterday, I don't know what I'm going to do because half of my, at least a bobbin and a bit of my spinning on this is going to be very slack after sitting around for a year. So I don't know how it's going to go. But we will persevere. Maybe I'll just have to skein it off, give it a wash, try and get some spring back in it. I don't know. But what are you spinning on, Nat? Are you spinning today? You have to tell me what you're up to. A terrible night's sleep last night. I was awake like for 2 hours in the middle of the night. I kind of think, I don't know, do you agree? I feel like being awake in the middle of the night is like one of the most soul destroying. Everybody's asleep. It's all dark. You don't want to get up and do anything in case you wake up, spouses and pets and things. So you just lay there tossing and turning, hoping that you'll fall off to sleep. That was me last night. Which was awful, but And then to wake up this morning and the drains are backing up, and I hadn't even had my coffee, and I had to call somebody, and I don't like making phone calls, so just adding to my terrible couple of weeks that I've had health wise. Just other things that I need to take care of because I'm on the committee here as well. So it comes down to us to deal with things because everybody comes to us to sort it out. Where's my analytics? There we go, so I can see. Natalie is spinning some corridor. Nice. It's white. Try and diet. Yeah, diet. That'll be fun. Oh, you do with sleep too. Yeah, it's the worst, isn't it? And like it's especially like annoying for me because I'm on an antidepressant that's not on the PBS. It's for my depression and anxiety, and it's not on the PBS, so it's relatively expensive, especially for a one-income household. Um, and it's supposed to help me sleep, but lately it has not. So it's like, what am I paying this money for? I guess in the very least, it makes me capable enough to make phone calls now, apparently. So I guess that's a good thing. Because, previously phone calls would have turned me into a quivering heap on the ground. So at least I can do it now and not worry too much about it. But I was saying yesterday, Nat, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you caught up. I bought some Corriedale fleece. So I need to prep that at some point, probably later in the year when it's a bit warmer. But I did a sample. I quite enjoyed working on the Corriedale. The merino, not so much because it was all neppy, but the Corriedale was very nice. It's very pretty grey. Yeah, nothing much happened since yesterday. The boy's okay. He stressed me out a little bit. That was something else this morning. For some reason, I don't know what was happening. He was like 11 out of 10 crazy mode, like screaming, not screaming, but like GSPs talk like they sook. They're very vocal. And he was just sooking and sooking and sooking and sooking. And I'm looking at him, trying to like see if he's injured or he wasn't able to go to the toilet fully and would need his butt cleaned. But he was just going crazy. And I'm like, what is happening? Because then I start thinking, is something really wrong with him? Like, do we need to rush him out to the emergency vet? Like, what is going on? Because he came in, I tried to feed him his breakfast and he just refused to eat because he was just so like heightened. So Yeah, he stressed me out before I had my coffee, and then we found the drains backing up. So it's been a day. It has been a day. He eventually ate his breakfast. Simon got him to eat his breakfast, and he's calmed down now. But the skin issues, I think, are getting better. There's not as many spots on his rear end as there were before. I have to go and inspect him better, but um, I think he's doing okay. He's probably curled up on the couch at the moment with Simon under a blanket. Because, like I said yesterday, we were worried that perhaps the woolen jumpers that I've knit for him were affecting his skin and giving him the spots. So we've stopped putting him in his jumper, which means we basically need to wrap him in a blanket to keep him warm, because GSPs do run quite cold. They do, like, they shiver and they're like, oh, I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. So yeah, he's probably wrapped up on the couch with Simon right now. But we got some big blankets from IKEA, so we got him a special Elvis blanket. So hopefully he won't stress me out like that again, because he's never behaved quite like that. Like, he does it when he hears the other dogs outside. So I don't know whether maybe the dogs, his best friend, our neighbour's dog, maybe they were out down the side of the house or something, and he wanted to go out, and that was why he was so excited. But I didn't hear anything. It was just Elvis being crazy and just like screaming and screaming and screaming at me. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. What is happening? Because, that was like when I had the vet thought. I'm like, do we have to rush him to the vet? Because it's like my anxiety like turns everything up to 11. Like, it just, everything catastrophizes. And so, but he seems fine now. He ate his lunch with no problem. So just Elvis being a weirdo, I guess. Oh, can you? I don't actually have any rescue remedy, but that's interesting to know. I've never actually tried it. Do you find it's good? Because I know of it, but I've just never had it. Because yeah, sometimes I do wonder whether we need to go and get him some like Valium, doggy Valium or something. I mean, if I'm honest, it's like his behavior sometimes is bothersome to us because he just gets so excited. I think he's having the time of his life, honestly. So it feels bad to medicate him for something that he's having the time of his life. It's just annoying us. That feels like that's an us problem, not him. Uh, but on the whole, he's pretty chill. Yeah, that's why his behavior this morning was just so strange. But yeah, other than that, Elvis is Elvis. He is what he is. He's a GSP. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time because the little monkey on a unicycle in his brain is running the show. You get it from Woolies. I've used it occasionally. I think it helps. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I should try it because it's something I've heard of for a very long time. I've just never really, made the effort to seek it out and get it. So I don't really have any plans this year for Tour de Fleece because last year, remember, I had my lofty goal to learn to spindle spin. So I have now learnt how to Turkish spindle spin. So that is fun. I was annoyed that I couldn't find one yesterday when my wheel was acting up. I don't know where they've all gone. I know where one is. So that was my goal last year, and I really don't know what this year's goal will be. I have some lovely fleece folk fibre, which I thought I could do after I get this one finished. Because I think this is all I have left is just this bit. Um, hemp oil for pets. We actually used to get what were they called? They were a biscuit. We used to get like a cookie for Granger that had hemp oil in it. But I think that was more for like senior, like giving him relief for like hips and things. So I don't know whether that like chilled him out. I'd love to get just like some CBD or something for Elvis, but I guess that stuff is not really widely used here. I don't even know if it's legal here. Is CBD legal in Australia, or is it like a prescription thing? I don't even know. It's not like in America where you can just get gummies and oil and things, certain states of America, I should say. But yeah, I don't have any real plans for this year's Tour de Fleece. Because I think last year, was I doing it, was I just to get back into the habit of spinning? Had I been spinning? I can't even remember now. Um, but yeah, I do have that large project slash sweater quantity that I spoke about yesterday, the bamboo and wool from Bendigo Woolen Mill's back room. So I have that on the go. So I'll probably be doing some of that at some point. Nat says, I don't usually have goals as I spin all the time. I'm going to try and learn, what's that? Nail binding? All right, you need to explain what that is. I don't know what nail binding is. You'll have to tell me, or I'll go Google it later. This is such pretty fiber. I am gonna, I know I said yesterday that I'm probably mostly looking for combs when I go to Bendigo. I might look up the Fibre Arts Shed because they're going to be there as well. I might grab some more Fibre Arts Shed fiber because I really have enjoyed spinning these blends that I got last year. You can get CBD oil here, but it doesn't have the bad stuff in it with no prescription. So like THC, I guess that's the hallucinatory bit of cannabis. Grail Viking craft, mainly knotting with a oh, interesting. That's fun. What do you do? What do you make with that, Nat? Like, is it like art pieces, or you make clothes, or I'll have to look it up. So that sounds cool. Is it like macrame, but with a needle? I've done a bit of macrame because that's knots, but I'm not saying I'm definitely not an expert at macrame. I've made a couple of things and then I was like, I don't need another craft. And then I think I gave all my macrame stuff to my sister-in-law. I don't know whether she ever did anything with it. I'm exhausted today. Am I still going? I just had a little loading, buffering circle go. But at least I didn't have any technical difficulties this afternoon like yesterday. That was annoying. But today at least that's gone smoothly. Small mercies, right? Because I was working this morning, worked out my gauge for my Magic Field sweater, the one that I shared on Instagram, the swatch, the colorwork swatch. So I've got my knitting machine out behind me, and I've got my big let's see, I'll show you. Let's talk about knitting machine stuff for a second. I've got this. I did all of the motifs on this punch card all together as one. And I think it's actually going to be hard for me to do the sweater properly because I want to put breaks between motifs. I want to do color changes. So I'm actually repunching all of these designs. That's what I was doing before I jumped on here. Uh-oh, there goes my punch card down behind my cabinet. Yeah, that was what I was doing before I jumped on here. So that is something I'm going to have to try and get done this week for going to Bendigo, because I really wanted to wear that in Bendigo, which means it needs to be made. But yeah, I've got my pattern set this morning, but I've just got to get my punch card working. So that's the only other thing I've really done today, apart from have a coffee, eat some breakfast, try and sort out my dog and sort out a plumber. Not like macrame, but you can make hats, mittens, socks and things. Cool. Oh, Nat, you have to play with your knitting machine. Just like stuff around on it, honestly. There's a lot of good tutorials on YouTube. Which brand do you have? Because I'm mostly familiar with Brothers, or I think they also came under Empicel in Australia. I'm not very experienced with Singer machines, which I do have a couple downstairs. They're the ones I want to sell, because I prefer my Brother, and I've got this really nice Brother one here behind me. So I'm mostly just learning the river at the moment. So you can kind of, like, if I move back a little bit, so knitting machine's up here and then the river is down here. They have their separate carriages to knit. So I'm just kind of learning mostly how to work this, because I did my swatch. Put those there. Hold that up. So I've done like a little bit of a swatch of what I'm going to be knitting, and I used, pardon me, the ribber to do some ribbing on the bottom. So that's probably my first time. I did drop a stitch somehow in here though. There's a hole, so I have to make sure I don't do that on my main jumper. But yeah, so I'm really excited. This jumper is going to be card design. It is so pretty. It's just, I'm all in my head about, what if I mess it up, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's just yarn. Like, it'll just oh yeah, the 321. That's what I've got downstairs now. I've got two of those downstairs. Um, yeah, yeah. The ribber has been a little confusing, I must say, especially because I mounted it wrong on my main bed. So I was having problems with like spacing and like stitches dropping and things. And I think it was literally because I had it mounted wrong. So it was not the correct distance from the main bed, and things were potentially coming off. So yeah, but I think I know what I'm doing. I am absolutely no expert, and I use the manual every time I get it out. So, because there's a website that has all of the, like, so many knit machine resources and manuals and pattern books and things. Because I can certainly send you the link to that if you don't have the manual for your machine. You can still like knit lots of stuff without the ribber too, if you're too intimidated at this point with the ribber, because you can do mock rib. Here comes the boy. Do you want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come say hi. Come on, buddy. Say hi. Here we go. Come say hi. There's people on the internet that would like to see you. Yes, they would. Oh my goodness, don't punch me in the face. Don't punch me in the face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's the Elvis show. Did you bring him up to say hi, or no? Oh, sorry. Simon's showing me something. You're very proud of yourself, are you? This is great content from my
That's all right. They can one day.
one day. Simon has made dynamite in Minecraft.
But not like the TNT that already is in Minecraft.
Yes, it's different. Simon is building Lost in Minecraft, and if you've watched Lost, you know that there is a lot. Oh, good, you do know that website. Excellent. 6 people watching. I've got concurrent viewers 4, and nobody else is talking. He is quite all right. He's just a big idiot. Oh, are we back on? Are we back on? This is so annoying. So annoying. Come on. What is happening? Okay, I might be back on. Not 100%. Oh, goodness. Sometimes, you have those months where you feel like nothing goes right. Hey, that's been my last month. Why are you doing this? Why are you being a poo? No, you're not hogging the chat, Nat. If you're the only one talking to me, you are not hogging. It means that someone's talking to me, which makes me feel less alone sitting here like an idiot talking to myself. Now I have to try and get this working again. Are we going to work again? And I don't know, like I said, if you didn't see yesterday's number, I am using a knitting machine tool as my orifice hook because I don't know where my orifice hook went for this wheel. So I'm using my little, what do you call it, latch hook tool to thread my spinning with. Oh, is that coming? No, I've thrown my band again. Dang it. Stop rotating. Why? I've been spinning perfectly for what? How long? 25 minutes? Elvis comes in and my spinning wheel doesn't work. And we'll blame Elvis. Should we blame Elvis? Why not? He's not here to defend himself, right? This is a double drive wheel, so I have to have everything lined up. And okay, go back on again. Oh. I mean, the double drives aren't the worst, Nat, but yeah, it is frustrating, like when the band pops off. Because I can't use my my traveler wheel anymore because it just rattles and rattles until the bobbin falls out like every other second. So, like I said yesterday, I'm probably on the hunt for a new, like, actual wheel. Because I mean, I do have my wee Peggy as well, and I have my Pippi Wendy here. So I do have, like, but these are, I don't know, like, I know they're all vintage wheels. Like, if you're getting secondhand, like my Traveller was a vintage wheel. The traditional that you've got now, Nat, was a vintage wheel. The Peggy and the Wendy, and so it's not even like, I don't know, something about the Wendy and the Peggy. They don't feel like daily driver wheels, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the Traveller is definitely like a daily driver wheel. Like I feel like the Wendy and the Peggy are more like, I feel like spinning on something different, if you know what I mean, like something that's a little bit more challenging. Whereas the Traveller is, it should be just a walk up and spin type of thing. But I think I'm going to ditch this because I just don't. Or I might send it to my friend Shelley. She said she could have a look at it. She might be able to fix it up. But it just keeps, no matter how many times I tighten it, and I've had it completely apart and I've put it all back together, and it just wobbles itself out of being tight, and then I can't tighten it again because things are starting to thread because of its age. So yeah. 2 limited edition from double to single drive. Wow, you've got an Elizabeth? Wow. Are they really very big? Because I'm thinking I might try and save up for a Kiwi, because I do want to have a double treadle wheel for a start. Because I think, as I get older, double treadle might be better for my joints because I already have issues with my joints. So I'm sort of looking at a double treadle as I guess, a preventative so I can still do the craft that I want, but not burn my body out. So I'm thinking a Kiwi. 30-inch wheel. So yes, it's very big. Yeah, I know. I was going to say, aren't they really pricey now? So that's the thing, is like I can get a lacquered Kiwi for about 800, I think. Like that's a long way off for me. I'm not going to be able to save that up anytime soon. Um, but I mean, they don't come up very often in secondhand sales either, so I don't know that I will find one that way. Oh, it smells like someone's having a barbecue through my window. I can smell onions. Yeah, so I don't know, because I'm just, it's probably the way I've been feeling the last couple of weeks as well, just um, everything that's been happening to me lately in the last couple of weeks. I'm just frustrated, and I just want things to work. I just want to have something that's nice and works, and I don't have to think about things too much, because there's other things that I constantly have something going on in my brain, and it's just like I just want to chill. I just want to chill. And it's hard to sort of chill and enjoy your craft when you're constantly fighting things. That's why I often defer to using my e-spinner, because it's just, you walk up and you plug and play. Like you plug it in, you set it going, and you spin. But then then somehow I feel like I'm not really spinning because it's an e-spinner. But now, like when this wheel is going, it's a fun little wheel to use. It's very rattly because my bobbins aren't original. They're ones my dad made. I probably need to get in touch with that mob in WA, the pattern for these bobbins. So I really probably should get in touch with them and get them to 3D print me some bobbins so it's not as loud as what. I'm hoping the microphone doesn't really pick it up, but it's relatively loud to me here. You'll be buying a lot of yarn to fund a new spinning wheel, Nat. I actually have some undyed yarn. I think I said to you in email the other day, I finally have some. And I've skeined it up the other day. And I was doing some self-striping as well, but then my warping board busted a peg. So Simon and I need to get on to fixing that this afternoon so I can start warping again. because I haven't had much self-striping, and I've actually been really enjoying dyeing it this year. Like in previous years, it's been a bit of a faff and it's been a bit annoying to dye, simply because it's a lot of steps, it's a lot of work. Depending how I am physically every day, it can be very taxing on my body. So I haven't been doing a lot of self-striping, but I'm just really, at the moment, really on a self-striping kick that I really want to dye a bunch more self-striping. Well, thanks, Nat. Well, I'm glad that you can't hear it, and thank you for being such a good support of my business. I appreciate you a lot. I have some really, really good customers, I have to say. Very, very supportive lot, very encouraging, which is lovely because I know that I disappear a lot and I don't do shop updates for a long time. It's the same with my YouTube channel. It's just, it all depends on, you know, life and health and that kind of thing. So the fact that you guys hang and stick with me is, I appreciate it a whole lot. Are you like the self-striping? I'm glad. Because did you end up getting the second Game Changer skein that I had recently? Was that the one that went to you, Nat? Because I dyed some more of that, but I kind of messed up my color changeover portions. So I'm going to have another skein of that up as an oopsie, because one of them's already been bought because it was a request. But it was a colorway, I thought, because that was a suggestion from another one of my customers, longtime customers, Heidi. She suggested making the Game Changer colored self-striping yarn. It's just kind of retro. I like how kind of retro it is. Maybe I'll keep the other skein because I've already started knitting it because I wanted to swatch and show my really bad color transitions. Yeah, life happens, especially when you have health issues and mental health issues, and it's just sometimes it's just doesn't doesn't work out because I don't always have the energy to work. Sometimes I just need to sit on the couch and stare at a wall for a day. Or at the moment, snuggle up with my dog. I actually think I mentioned yesterday that always check you first when I want to get something. Thank you, Nat. I appreciate that. Yeah, too hard. Yeah, well, because I was mentioning yesterday that I have had a back pain issue. Like I somehow hurt my back, but it's more on my hip. Um, And I suddenly had a realization yesterday that maybe it's Elvis snuggling with me on the couch, because when he snuggles on the couch, he really pushes into me. Like, and because I sit on with the arm of the couch here, and then he'll snug up against me. And if I want to knit or something, I have to kind of sway my spine to knit or play on the switch or whatever, because he's pushed up right against me and I don't have the arm room. So I'm wondering whether it was actually Elvis that has caused my hip pain. So that is something I need to be conscious of, because it comes and goes, and I wonder how much of it is the days that I spend on the couch with Elvis, and that's flares up my back. I know I get bad when I don't want to do any crafting. Yes, yes, I have been like that a lot lately. Like my knitting, especially, I have not been knitting. I mean, I have been. I think possibly because the impetus is I was trying to get some things done before Bendigo, and I have kind of fallen in love with knitting again. So I'm actually going through a bunch of my whips that have been hanging around forever and finishing them off. So I think I've finished 3 jumpers, 4 jumpers, because I'm wearing one. I finished my frame jumper. I finished my, what was it called? The one with the crochet squares. I can't remember, Fleetwood. This one, which was the pattern on the front was, I don't know if you can see it in my poor camera, but I saw a sweater in the thrift shop and I took a photo of it and I basically replicated all the patterning on the front of this jumper to match the one that I saw at the thrift shop. Because that one, I probably would have bought the thrift shop sweater, but it was too small for me. So I basically replicated it out of this, and this is hand spun. This is from Tour de Fleece, probably 3 years ago. I spun a kilo of ready spin from Bendigo Woolen Mills. And then I finished a Need More sweater the other day, which is also out of my yarn. So I could probably take that with me to Bendigo. And I'm now working on another whip sweater. So yeah, knitting has come back into the what do you call it? My rotation of crafts. Because I haven't been doing a lot of knitting because I've actually been doing a lot of gaming in my spare time. I've really gotten into Animal Crossing. So yeah, that's what I've been spending a lot of time. I play every day just for a little bit. And the start of the year I was playing Animal Crossing instead of knitting or crafting or whatever. So but yeah, I'm thinking I have one more project that I probably would like to, apart from the jumper that I want to knit on my knitting machine, because once that's all set up, that hopefully won't take long. It's going to be the seaming that's going to be the thing that takes the longest with the knitting machine jumper. But I do have a Find Your Fade shawl that is also out of my hand-dyed yarn, and I'm thinking it only needs tassels. All the ends are woven in. It's finished knitting. It just needs tassels on the ends. So I'm thinking I might get the tassels done and take that to wear in Bendigo as well. Because I'm going to take my business cards and I'm going to wear things made out of my yarn. So if anybody says, "Oh my goodness, I like your sweater," I could go, "That's my yarn. Here's a card. Buy my." But of course, it's highly likely nobody will walk up to me. But hopefully, I'll make some friends there. I was gonna say, Nat, like, how much knitting do you do with your hand spun? Because like you always seem like you're spinning, so it's like, what do you do with all of the yarn? Because I'm getting to the point too where I just have so many knit things that I can't even wear them all. And I'm spinning more yarn, and then like my larger project spin that I've got going downstairs. What am I going to do with all of this yarn? It's like I feel like I need to maybe look into charity knitting or something, just so I can, or maybe destash some jumpers that I don't wear often. I could probably do that. Because this one I'm wearing now out of my hand spun is so warm. I must say though, I'm usually good with wool, but this one's a little bit prickly around my neck. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it's got like little nippy bits in it. So I don't know whether I'm maybe allergic to the nippy bits or whether it's just because it's my hand spun yarn. So it's not spun the same as a commercial yarn. But on the whole, it's fine. I deal with it. If it gets too itchy, I just. Matt says, "I just love spinning more. Done a couple of blankets for my bed." Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe you need to have a shop too, Nat. And just sell it off. Because that's the hard part, isn't it? It's like you love spinning, so you're creating something that can be used to create something else. But then if you prefer the making of the material rather than the using of the material, yeah, that's a tough one. Do you ever use a lot of fiber like dyed fiber, or do you tend to go for more like getting like fleeces and things? Do you prepare your own fleece? Yeah, you could do it on Etsy. That's low kind of barrier to entry. It's not, having to build your own shop and that kind of thing with the expense of that, like my shop, because I'm on Shopify and it's like $500 plus tax a year. So about 550 a year just to have my shop. And that doesn't even take into account all the merchant fees and all of the bits and pieces. So I guess Etsy has those fees, but at least it's a lot easier to get your like actual website up and going. Because I guess the thing is too is depending how much yarn you have, you might sell out and then you just have to wait to replenish. So it's not worth buying a full year's like subscription access to like a Shopify. So yeah, I reckon Etsy would probably be the best way to go. I'm nearly done with my bit of fiber. It's not exciting because I don't know whether I split this into two or three. I can't even remember now. I don't know where the other bumper fiber would be if I did split it into three. Because what I have on my bobbin looks nothing at all like what is on this bobbin. Like, it's not going to be as much. So I don't know. I don't know if I've got any more of this fiber or whether this is it. Maybe I have to go back through my lives from last year and see if I mentioned whether I split it in three or two. Nat prepares her own fleece. Tops coloured. Some wool chambers and try and breeds I haven't heard of. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like I've been trying to branch out on the type of fibers that I'm using because I've basically since I started spinning in like 2015, merino is mostly what I've spun. It's just always merino, merino, merino. But now I am branching out a little bit. I've got some fin to spin, which I quite enjoyed. So yeah, I think it's fun to branch out and try different things. So you do like the all the skirting and all that kind of thing, or do you get kind of the bags of prepared fleece and then like wash, if I remember rightly? Because that's the other thing. I kind of wish I had a carder, but it's like I can't buy a spinning wheel and a carder, and it just starts getting crazy. Especially because I want the 30 centimeter wide carder. I don't want the. I'm probably not going to go for an e carder because that's just too pricey. But like the cranky 30 centimeter one, Merino's the easiest to get. Oh wow, I've not. I don't think I've actually heard of Bergsgaff. Bergsgaff. See, I don't know a lot about like the properties of different yarns or anything either, like fibers, because I've never really done a deep dive. I do see those packs. I think Wool Chambers might even have those packs that just have like little bumps of all the different breeds. Um, I should really get myself one of those and do some research. Maybe it'd be a series for them for the YouTube channel, but how likely am I to stick to that? Like, because I think that's what like the fiber that I got from Fiber Feast was, or the fleece that I got from Fiber Feast was. I'd say it was already skirted because it's pretty clean. So I'd say it's already been. But that was why, because I got a merino and a Corriedale, so that's why I want the combs. So I can do the Corriedale was fine on my hand cutters, but yeah, combs for the merino. Anyway, we're getting on for an hour, so I'm probably going to have to chuff off in a minute. Wool Chambers. Yes, I have seen Luba's site. Yeah, a friend of mine, I think, is like kind of familiar with Luba, so she's actually said like, let's go and up to her like shop and have a walk around because apparently that's something you can do. Because I actually was looking for some BFL to knit a cardigan or a jumper with, and I was looking at Wool Chambers to potentially get that from there because I don't think I've actually spun BFL before. Yeah, they are in Adelaide, exactly. So it makes it an easy. I can just easily travel up there in a day because I think they're up the hills kind of way, Modbury or something. I guess Modbury's not really the hills, but One Tree Hill, something. I can't remember where they are now. I think it's something because I'm more out west. I guess technically for an anxious person to drive out there. Petlands were at Bendigo last. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for that. What's your name? Flora Mouflon? Thank you, Flora. Petlands were at Bendigo. Yeah, that's what I spoiled for Christmas. Very nice. Yeah, because I've seen their mini combs. They're like extra fine mini combs. So I was thinking of picking up a set of those. So if they're at Bendigo, I'll definitely have to seek them out. Seek out Petlands and the Fibre Art Shed, and I'll probably be happy. And probably Ashford as well, and see if I can actually have a go on a Kiwi and see what I wear now. To Bendigo, it's going to be a while. That's okay. I'm good on a road trip. I like a road trip. But apparently, I've been told across the road from Bendigo, there's a bowling club or something that apparently have um, stalls set up in there as well. So I'm going to try and head. So I have kind of my spots that I need to hit while I'm in Bendigo because Simon wants me to go to the cash converters there because he had luck the last time he went to the cashies there. Um, I want to go and check out the back rooms again at the Woolen Mill pottery. I don't know what they call it, just the Bendigo pottery. So I've got a few places I want to hit, and the family friend I'm staying with wants to take me on a day trip up to Castlemaine and Dalesford one of the days. So we'll see what's out there as well. So yeah, it's just a matter of getting there, which is going to be a bit lonelier seeing my friend isn't likely to be able to join me now. So that's okay. I'll keep myself entertained. I'm an introvert, so I'm all good on my own. Just as long as I've got enough knitting and things to listen to, I'll be good. So anyway, I should probably head off. I've only got a little my husband into gear and get him to fix my warping board. That'd be good. But I've had a lot of I hope it's not happening for you guys, but I've had a lot of buffering circles coming up on my screen today. But yeah, I think I might head off. Thank you for hanging out. So I will be back tomorrow about the same time. I think. I don't think anything's happening tomorrow that will affect the timing. So yeah, probably 2 o'clock again tomorrow. So I'll see you back then for another spin. Thanks again for hanging out. And yes, please.